Check it out.
Namaste, India. You are listening to Fever FM Indie Hour, powered by Songdew Network, broadcasting only original music right now with RJ Tarun.
Fever!
This is Indie Hour, Fever FM's effort to promote indie music and talk to indie artists about what really goes behind making an independent track. म्यूजिक बनाना वैसे ही बड़ा मुश्किल काम है और फिर आपको अगर वो इंडिपेंडेंटली करना पड़े तो it's another level of difficulties. And to talk about it, I have with me someone who goes by the stage name Poetik Justis. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me here, man. It's a great thing to see that, you know, radios are opening their doors to independent music. It's been going on for a while, but then now I feel like, you know, with the new era of music that's coming in, especially with hip hop in the country, everybody's open to it, everybody loves it, and everybody's accepting it as it grows to be the best, one of the best leading sources of music that people are listening to. So जो लोग ज़्यादा आजकल ज़्यादा सुन रहे वो hip hop, and it's great to have really good artists on board. So yeah, thank you for having me.
Fever FM, we've decided that we're going to give it as much amplification and attention that we can.
Yeah.
So this show is dedicated to independent artists individually.
Perfect.
So let's talk about you. Let's talk about let's go back to as far back as you can go and think of you liking rap. वो कब हुआ था?
So चालू मैं पहले छोटा मोटा ऐसा पोएट्री लिखता था 13 साल से.
तो पोएट्री से शुरुआत हुई थी?
पोएट्री से शुरुआत हुई थी.
वो किस तरह की पोएट्री थी?
बहुत बेसिक पोएट्री थी ऐसा. Like for an example, like, you know, one of the first poems I ever wrote was to save myself from getting a beating from mom, because I was मैं बहुत नौटंकी था बचपन में, बहुत मस्तीखोर banda, and so I wrote one of those poems. I was like, you know, this is not gonna happen and stuff like that, and I got forgiven कि हाँ भाई ठीक है, अगली बार से नहीं, जो भी है. So that was like the very start inception जो बोलते उसके भी पहले का this thing. And then I got this CD player as a gift on my 13th birthday, and I didn't have any CDs क्योंकि I was, the only CDs I had were for gaming and stuff. तो मेरा एक दोस्त था, वो उसने टॉप 40 बिलबोर्ड हिट्स तभी के थे जो उसने मेरे को CD हैंड किया, एंड that was my introduction to the sound of rap actually. 50 Cent, Eminem, ये सब तभी चार्ट कर रहे थे, and तो वो सुन के एक नया, there was a new door that had opened. I didn't know it at the time. I was very young, man. All these stories were so new to me, but it was a door to a new world कि ये वहाँ पे इन लोग ऐसे lives जी रहे हैं, इन लोग कहाँ से कहाँ पहुँचे हैं because of stories that they used to tell, that they are telling people about their lives, and you know how that is changing the perceptions of millions of people around the world. So that was very intriguing to me, because bachpan se I was attracted to stories, and this is something you know has been a part of me since I was very young. I used to draw comic books. I used to play with action figures, making you know, make believe stories, imaginary stories, letting my imagination run wild. तो वो चीज़ को मैंने एक 10 times amplification में देखा यहाँ पे जब भी मैंने hip hop सुना, क्योंकि stories बाहर आते हैं इसमें. There's a lot of substance in hip hop. There's a lot of depth, and I connected to that very well. वो तब से मैं you know, I got inspired to start writing even more, because you know, writing poetry, all of these things accumulated to that point,
came together to make
merge,
you Poetik Justis,
yeah.
that you the artist that you are today.
Yeah.
You were talking about how you thought कि अरे यार ये बहुत deep लिख रहे हैं ये लोग, और इसको इस art form में डाल रहे हैं. पर as you were evolving as an artist, India में भी rap scene भी evolve हो रहा था. Right?
There was no, मतलब रैप क्या था कि there was no scene. ऐसा कुछ था नहीं. मतलब हम लोग सब मस्ती के लिए कर रहे थे. सीन ये था कि ऑनलाइन वो टाइम पे ऑर्कुट बहुत फैला हुआ था इंडिया में. it was the first entry to social media. Social media तभी कुछ ऐसा था नहीं कि हाँ भाई सेल्फी डालो ये Instagram. Nothing existed. Orkut था, Orkut was scrapbook, ये वो चल रहा है, but then so you know I after all of these, after listening to those kind of songs, I explored into movies में क्या क्या hip hop में, and then I saw 8 Mile, which is Eminem's like movie, and like at that point I was like, Eminem is the godfather of rap. I believe he still is, like you know, so and like getting into that zone, वो zone में मैं देख के I was like, wow, battle rap is a subculture of hip hop. And जब मैं online गया, Orkut में गया, देखा कि इंडिया में that was like one of the first beginnings of hip hop in India, कि text battle से बहुत अभी तक there are still people today, Mumbai's Finest, Divine Encore, all of these people, they come from a background of battle rap as well. Like you know, there's a side of them which was active in these communities in Orkut. तो वहाँ पे लोग बैटल करते थे एक दूसरे के लिए दूसरे को, एंड वी हैड लाइक टूर्नामेंट्स ऑफ बैटल्स, तो ये जीतना है वो जीतना है, व्हाटएवर, पॉइंट रैंकिंग सिस्टम था, बहुत सारे चीज़ें थे विच वाज द इंसेप्शन ऑफ हिप हॉप इन इंडिया. एंड बिसाइड्स दैट, उसके अलावा अगर ऑफलाइन हम लोग देखेंगे तो b-boying, break dancing scenes was going on in India as well during that same time. So there were two things happening at the same time, where like India has been like attracted to dance culture a lot. So break dancing was also booming at that same point of time. So yeah, I mean these two things I would say were like the major boom जो था hip hop का. वहाँ से चालू हुआ था basically.
You mentioned Mumbai's Finest. They were sitting here in the studio, and we spoke to them about the same thing. और वो भी ये same बात, Ace was saying the same thing, कि evolution के बारे में हम लोग बात कर रहे थे, and this is from the artist's point of view. और मैं उसको as a art lover's point of view देख रहा था, और ये सोच रहा था कि okay, I like Eminem for example, and is this gonna come to India? If it does, इंडियन अडेप्टेशन इसका क्या होगा, या फिर इंडियन आर्टिस्ट इसको कैसे इंडिया में वायबल बनाएंगे, बिकॉज इट यू कांट रियली जस्ट कॉपी पेस्ट, बिकॉज अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल ट्राइड कॉपी पेस्टिंग, सिर्फ तेज बोलना या बीट पे बोल चढ़ाना, दैट्स नॉट व्हाट इट इज. जैसे आपने शुरू में कहा कि कहानी रहती है उसके पीछे, और उन लोगों की जिंदगी में वो बहुत सारे रैपर्स ऐसे जिनकी जिंदगी में वो हुआ है, वो सुनते हो आप, फिर आपको समझ में आता है कि हाँ यार ये बड़ी सच्ची बात बोल रहा है. So it's very interesting to see how it's now changing. What do you see now happening now in the scene? जो तुमको लगता है कि यार अभी ये आम जनता को ना भी थोड़े दिनों में समझ में आएगा कि देखो, oh, this is how it's going to explode. Is there anything that?
Yeah, I mean, like from the time जब से मैं चालू किया अभी तक, it's like I've seen cycles of it. It's right now we are in a phase where हमारी जनता, like, you know, even before there was Indian hip hop, there was always hip hop in India. There was like people listening to hip hop, like हम लोग सुनते थे बाहर के आर्टिस्ट को, वहाँ से अडेप्ट किया है. स्टार्ट में कॉपी पेस्ट तो बहुत सारे थे, फिर अब देन वी फाउंड आवर ओन रेंडिशंस, अपने खुद के वर्जन्स आए बाहर. Amazing artists from India have blown up and represent our country to the fullest. And like अभी ऐसा हो रहा है कि now is where I'm seeing this, where people are experimenting with listening to a lot of people. You know, they are just starting to listening to not just international hip hop but Indian hip hop in the spectrum, like in the whole wide spectrum of Indian hip hop. उन लोग सुन रहे हैं, एक्सप्लोर कर रहे हैं. So अभी बीच में एक पॉइंट हो गया था जहाँ पे लोग डिस्टिंक्शन कर रहे थे कि इंडियन हिप हॉप मतलब सिर्फ आप हिंदी या रीजनल लैंग्वेजेस में रैप कर सकते हो. देयर कांट बी, और इफ यू आर डूइंग दिस लैंग्वेज यू कांट डू दैट लैंग्वेज. देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ डिस्टिंक्शन बिटवीन लैंग्वेजेस इन इंडियन हिप हॉप बीच में फॉर अ वेरी ब्रीफ मोमेंट ऑफ टाइम, until people figure out that look, there's like this music, you can't discriminate between languages, you can't, because like यहाँ के लोग, you know, they listen to German hip hop, they listen to UK drill, which is another dialect of English rap. तो यहाँ पे भी अभी there are English rappers and Hindi rappers and English rappers. I'm one of them. There are Punjabi regional rappers who are doing really good. There are Urdu rappers in Bombay who are rapping in Urdu. So you know, it's इतना unique sounds आ रहे बाहर, and we are all adding our own flavors, our own stories, and I feel essentially वही चीज़ है कि हम हमारे stories बाहर लाए. कैसे लाना है, that is up to you, because when we bring our stories out, we are bringing Indian stories out. You know, we are not just like mimicking what's happening in the West. There might be mimicking in terms of beats and sounds and here and there, but we are adapting to that as well. So yeah, like बहुत सारे changes है Indian hip hop में. ये जो 2 साल गुजरे pandemic में, I feel like artists have evolved from the last 2 years because उन्होंने इतना गहरा dig किया है उन्होंने उनके sound में और explore करके नया sounds बाहर लाए. So I think the next 4-5 years are going to be, it's going to be very crucial. It's going to be very interesting
and very exciting for all the fans, because all the artists, all kinds of artists have gone back to their drawing board.
Yeah.
They've restructured everything that they were used to do it, क्योंकि सबको लगा कि बहुत अब जो we'll have to break this.
Yeah.
ऐसे नहीं, and everybody had enough time.
Yeah.
I think it's very exciting.
Yeah.
जो भी आ रहा है, जो भी आने वाला है.
Definitely.
And we want to talk about what's coming up for you.
Yeah.
But right now I want to talk about Sau Kadam Upar, this thing that is out already.
Yep.
What a killer video you've made. Of course, the way you've rendered the whole idea in your voice is just phenomenal. क्या है ये, कैसे हुआ, जरा बताओ मुझे.
So सौ कदम ऊपर मेरा एल्बम का एक हिस्सा है, एक सॉन्ग है विजय. So my album was a pandemic project. एक साल में like from 2020 से लेके 2021 तक I did this project April to April.
So sorry to interrupt you, but a lot of couples during pandemic decided that we're gonna have a baby.
yeah. My pandemic.
So this is Vineet's pandemic baby.
Yeah, that is.
I'm sitting at home. I've got to go ahead.
कुछ तो करना ही है अभी. Live shows बंद है, everything is down. So I mean that whole process, it was amazing क्योंकि ये जो album है एक sci-fi album है. I would name it a sci-fi album. I love sci-fi and बचपन से मतलब जो मैं बोल रहा था कि I connected the stories and all that stuff. So I used to watch a lot of all of these Discovery channels and all of those जहाँ पे great minds used to talk about space and all of those things. So I was like, you know what, like so the interesting thing is like there was a song called Breathe on that album जो pandemic के 2 महीने पहले I had written it and recorded it, and once it hit, that song meant something else entirely to me. So Breathe, before I get to Sau Kadam Upar, I just want to talk about Breathe.
Sure.
So Breathe is that song ki, it is about taking it slow, thoda, like, not letting your thoughts race and just breathing, being in the moment and things like that. And once the pandemic hit, that song became reality for not just for me, but I feel like for a lot of people, because it was a devastating pandemic, and it was about what do you say, pulmonary disease basically, and so I mean that meant something else entirely. And then writing this whole pandemic project, ये जो album मैंने लिखा है, it's about escaping from the earth, like, just like having a mindset that okay, like let's in this whole in this whole span of time that we have, जो हम लोग जी रहे हैं अभी 50-60 years के लिए हम लोग जी रहे हैं, just like reflect on the moment that we are right now, like we are just a speck of dust, grain of sand in time, and that's what it's about, the album. और Sau Kadam Upar is a part of that same concept.
What you just explained about Breathe, can I request you to do a small part of that verse, so that we get a better idea on.
Okay, so Breathe goes like inhale, exhale, test your limit. All it really takes is a minute. Nothing in life except death is a given. Pray that we all leave here forgiven. We don't take this life for granted. Reminiscing about the time we hit the granite, but we manage. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We don't take this life for granted. Reminiscing about the planet. So it's like that. It's just about, it's a very melodic song, and हाँ, तो उसमें बहुत सारे concepts है. Like I'm pretty sure the people who've heard it, they understand what I'm speaking about. And yeah, so from that grew the whole album. Sau Kadam Upar bana. Sau Kadam Upar is a like song that like I want to take people to like just listen to it and fly away. So उसका नाम भी Sau Kadam Upar दे दिया, and it's my favorite song from that album.
Yeah, how did that happen? What do you want to say in that? In terms of writing, क्या कहना चाहते हो आप?
So Sau Kadam Upar मेरा favorite song वो album में ही नहीं, but it's my favorite song जो मैंने लिखा है. मैंने कभी ऐसा song लिखा नहीं है. लाइक वो बोलते हैं ना फ्लो स्टेट की, एक फ्लो स्टेट में घुस जाओ और बस लिखते जाओ जो मन में आ रहा है, जहाँ से भी, आई डोंट नो वेयर दैट पावर कम्स फ्रॉम, बट इट जस्ट wrote itself in my opinion. And itna, like I feel like I've never written a song like that and might never write a song like that again. Like kabhi ऐसा होने नहीं वाला कि ऐसे ही गाना सेम जो वाइब है ऐसा मैं गाना कभी वापस लिख पाऊंगा, क्योंकि पता नहीं यार वो मोमेंट अलग था, टाइम अलग था. There was so much chaos happening, but inside there was something else going on, like a different vibe going on, trying to just forget about the you know, the time that there was so much negativity around, and just, you know, just be within myself and connect to the universe. I felt that while writing that song. So wo kabhi wapas nahi aane wala hai. That's just one of one. That's why that song is very special to me, and that's why, you know, I wanted to do a great video for it. और 6-7 महीने लगे, but ये video आ गया है, and it's just like it's what I wanted it to be, you know. So
video is great too. ऐसा लग रहा है कि कहाँ गए हो आप ये shoot करने के लिए?
Yeah.
How did that happen, and what are the locations, if you can tell?
Yeah, definitely. So like there's this team of people that I've worked with, especially the director Anup. मैंने already पिछले I've worked with him for like 6-7 वीडियो ऑलरेडी बन चुके हैं उसके साथ, बट दिस वॉज द मेन वीडियो, लाइक यू नो, वेयर आई वाज लाइक, यू नो, ये बहुत कैसे भी करके ये गाने को ऐसा इंटरप्रेट करना है इन अ वे विच कनेक्ट्स nature to the universe, to the different concepts that are being displayed, and he did an amazing job. Like the whole team, Preeti, Gargi and KP and Nand Kishore, all of these are just crew members. I'm just shouting you guys out. Saurabh, of course, the DOP, Adil, who helped us out from Fictionary, and yeah, I mean, there was a crew of 10 people. We went to 2-3 different locations, shot between the span of 6 to 7 months. Shot in Vasai Virar, shot in Kamshet, Roar Ventures. I want to shout you guys out because really beautiful venue that you guys gave us to shoot at. So all the venues that you see on the video,
pretty much in and around Mumbai.
It is an amazing process. Yeah.
On that note, if I can request you to do a part of
yeah, definitely. So I'll do the first verse. Okay. जंगल में इकलौता पेड़ जब गिरता सुनता कौन, कैसे चुनकर इन तारों के बीच हमें रखा कौन, कैसे पहुंचा पानी बनते कैसे परमाणु, सवाल है 100 धर्म 1000 किस मजहब को मानूं, पूरे जगत में कैसे हम घूमे यहाँ अकेले, अगर सुन भी रहे तो खुद को तुम तक हम कैसे भेजे, रोशनी की गति थॉट्स एट लाइटनिंग स्पीड, बी माई सेवियर प्लीज, और मुझे रुकना नहीं, इशारों से कर बातें एक पल में घुलने दे पहेली, अगर ईश्वर है जवाब तो निकला मालिक भी फरेबी, इस बेशुमार खोज में कैसे ढूंढूं मैं कोई तरकीब, है कोई रेखा या लकीर बादलों के पार उस अंधेरे के बीच, दिखती मुझको मेरी तकदीर, हर पल गुजरने पर बढ़ता मैं रास के और करीब, पर कर पाऊं ना कभी मैं बेनकाब उसको शायद ये नसीब, आजा मुझको खींच मिट्टी भरी गोद से तू नोच लेके चल मुझे कोसों दूर, ज्ञान की प्यास बुझा दिखा सच्चाई का सबूत, as I spit inside this booth connected to a universal truth, टिकता ना कोई झूठ यहाँ सुन ले मेरा वजूद, 100 कदम ऊपर अंतरिक्ष की ओर मैं बढ़ रहा, छोड़ चला ये घर पर ना भूलेगी मुझको धरती माँ, कौन सा राज है छुपा खुले पिंजरे के बाहर, 100 कदम ऊपर.
Wow.
That's it.
It does take you in a different zone. It does take you, like you say, 100 kadam upar. You do justice to words in a very poetic manner.
Yep.
And I think you justify the name Poetik Justice. And I have to ask you कि ये नाम कहाँ से आया? And if it's okay, this is your stage name. If it's okay, what's your real name, and how did you then decide कि मेरे को ये चाहिए stage पे?
Yeah, so my real name is Vineet Nair. And initially मेरा name Poetik Justice नहीं था. मेरा नाम था NV23. I just random name.
Is
initials.
it VN का उल्टा?
Just randomly.
See, it's a part of evolution of an artist.
Part of it. Yeah, evolution. So that was my initial name, and उसके बाद I just was like, you know what, like I'm gonna do this music. So while I was NV23, जब भी मैं वो नाम से you know, when I was using that name, massive battle rap करता था तभी online, when the whole of Indian hip hop community was online and battling, तभी ऐसा था. और उसके बाद सोचा कि यार abhi I know how to write. You know, I mean, I write. That's what I was getting known for, because I was excelling at that, and like people came to know me for my lyrics, and I was like, yahi cheez mere ko, I want to represent it throughout my music as well. When I'm starting to do music, तो मैं सोचा कि you know what, ऐसा एक कोई नाम चाहिए जो it stays true to throughout, to the person I am, to the stories I tell, to the music I work at, to the battles I do, to anything that I do. You know, I want a name that represents it 100% thoroughly inside out. So I feel like I was just like going through names. I was just, you know, I like poetry. I like doing justice to words. So Poetik Justice just stuck by it. I don't know how exactly I came across the words, but when I saw those words, I was like, this is it. Like this is the real deal. That's it.
Wow.
यही होगा. इसके आगे कुछ नहीं होगा.
बिल्कुल सही. And it does justice to the whole idea of the kind of writing that you're doing.
Yeah.
Because writing plays an important role in.
Definitely.
It's nothing without deep, meaningful writing, like you
Definitely.
said. Fantastic having you here.
Thank
you. I hope you keep doing justice to lyrics, poetry, the way you write. I hope your writing gets sharper and sharper, cuts harder and deeper.
Every day. Every day, like a samurai. Just writing is the blade, man. Just keeping it sharp is what people need to do. Like, people aren't doing it, but it's okay.
Super. Poetik Justice, ladies and gentlemen. This is Indie Hour on Fever FM. Do check him out on all social media platforms, everywhere where you listen to your music, and of course on Fever FM, where we bring in talent like this to talk to you.
Thank you, guys.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to never miss a video from Fever FM.